Good morning, guys. So today I'm gonna go to see a good friend of mine. We have known each other for something like a year now, and his name is Carlton. He calls himself Alaki, and he's a kind of an artist, health coach. He's an amazing soul. He's a beautiful human being, and we're going to spend a whole day with him now. We're going to discuss about a lot of stuff. We're going to go to different places. He's new here in Bali, so he just landed, I think, 2-3 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm looking forward to show you what it's going to be. Yeah, see you later. Ciao. Bye-bye. Hello. Hatem here, and we are with Alaki.
This is a nice jam here, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, you're having a... We're gonna have a beautiful discussion over there, and yeah, we're looking forward.
Express yourself. Don't be afraid anymore. Just be you. It's beautiful.
That's a beautiful thing to hear. Hatem, you have something to say?
Yeah, we are at the Alchemy.
Alchemy, yes.
You will see the video.
Just after. Yes. See you guys. Few minutes. Ciao. Bye-bye.
I've been in here. I like to sit in here. So
Okay. How did you learn about this?
I just created the name. I was meditating one time. I was like, who am I? I was like, this is me, Alaki. I actually videoed myself. I just got the moment when I said it, and then it was a Alaki. You have Allah, obviously God, like key. What do I want to do? I want to guide people back to themselves.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and it came
Just
like
blows
that.
my mind right now.
Yeah, so if with numbers and stuff in numerology, it'll be defined as something. But for me, it's like, can I just define it myself for this one? How do I feel about it? One within. Like I say, still it's hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah, because we had to find the angle.
Yeah,
It's perfect angle. It's beautiful.
there we go.
So, we were talking.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Alaki.
Yep.
Alaki, and then you said Bali, and then you said it came to you 2 years ago before you come.
The name,
here,
the
and
name.
Yeah, the name, and why Bali?
You tell me, brother. But for me, I just got a call in to go. I don't know, it was just more like go to Bali. I have not learnt about Bali. I've not studied Bali. I just had a feeling to go. Call out what you want. It's just had a feeling, and I just knew I had to be here. Yeah. And now I know. Yeah, I mean, it's expanding my mind already. And it's bringing that expressive side that I was doing in England, it's just bringing that to the surface a lot more. And like I said, I've been on the stage now 5 times, singing, using my voice, which I didn't know I really could use like that in a sense.
Really?
Yeah, like obviously I've used my voice on Instagram and created sounds and done things, but it's like on stage, not just a karaoke kind. It's just like actually,
In front of people.
yeah, in front of people and bringing the energy to it. That's what I love. I like to bring a certain energy and to water seeds in people so that they can express themselves. Like the big theme for me is expression. Because it's not even like I've wanted to go to the places where you see on the Instagrams and everything else. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't see all that.
Yeah.
I just knew. Some people would talk about it, but it's like, I'd love to go Bali. Why? Like, I don't know. That's the honest truth. I was like, I don't know. I just know I have to go. So I'm here now, and like I say, I came with no plan other than to experience myself in a new environment. So like we spoke about earlier, 5 months ago or 6 months ago, if I put a date on it, I don't know really. In those moments, I felt like, wow, I feel like I'm in a state where it's not a faking state as well. It's like, oh, I'm happy. It's like, I felt free.
Yeah.
And people around me was like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, you don't get it? Like, I'm the best I've ever been.
Wow. What is this? What is feeling free for you?
The feeling, the best
When you say I felt free, what is exactly feeling
What's
free?
free?
For you? Yeah.
Being able to recreate and rebuild from a place of truth, not fakeness. Like, you see, and like I say, when you're at different points of your life, so like say when I got in my ex-relationship, I was at a different point of my life, but really I wanted to expand, I wanted to grow, I wanted to step into who I am. But at that point I wasn't fully there yet. I didn't know as much as I know now, and I know there's going to be constant knowings of this world of like, oh, you think you got it, but then it's like, you didn't have it. It's like, but I feel like now I'm in the process of stepping more into who I am.
That's what I wanted to touch.
Okay.
When you say you were not fully there, do you mean you were not fully yourself?
Yeah. Whoever that, I wasn't fully myself. I was self, who I had to be in the moment, whoever that was, but I wasn't where I was now in my mind, whereas there's more peace. There's a lot more peace within me. Peace with what goes on in the world, peace with knowing that some family members have to be my resistance. Like, just peace with not being understood. I mean, when I'm in my truth, when I'm operating from that, of course, there's not many people operate from that. So how can I be understood when I don't get it much either as well?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I want to talk about. It's like when people don't feel like, I say understood.
Yeah.
It's like when people are not understood, it's like, because you don't really get yourself. So how are you supposed to be? How are people supposed to get you? But then some people actually do get you.
Yeah.
And you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a very like, it's a contrast. It's like, I already know who he is. He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
It's okay. And they might play the role as well. Like some people don't even know they're playing the role of who they have to be in that moment. You know what I mean? Like my auntie, for example, love her to bits. She had to play that role. She had to tell me, you can't do that.
Yeah.
She had
Cannot
to
go.
Yeah, you can't do that. You've got kids now, and this and that. It's like, she had to be that at that moment, even though she might not want to be that. She might want to be more positive and push forward, which she said, at that moment, she was who she needed to be. So for me, it's very, like I say, I'm on this journey still of figuring who me is. So I can't, you know what I mean? I can't say I've grasped it. I just feel a lot more at peace with this version of self.
Who me is?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Fucking yes, of course.
I do, I really do, and it's like, wow, okay, that's cool. Like, regardless of who likes me or not, I don't care. I only care about bringing truth there, and I'm also accepting of being... Yeah, 30 seconds.
Close it. Okay.
Back to, it's like...
Let me inform the guys. Guys, we have a camera. It's stopping recording every 12 minutes. So we just have to, every time, adjust and all. So yeah, that's how it is. So don't be surprised that it's cutting and all. The angle is changing and all. So yeah, we just want you to know that. I want to be completely transparent. I don't want to edit a lot. I want to keep the thing very pure and very raw and very honest. Okay, that's the format of this. And this channel, and we want to keep it this way. The goal is to offer you a beautiful, intimate discussion with people such as Alaki and beautiful Alaki. I love the fucking name. So yeah, thank guys for joining us again, and we continue.
Yeah. So
sorry.
I say, where you want to put that?
In your necklace.
Go on then.
Go ahead.
Perfect.
It doesn't bother you?
Nope.
Okay, good.
So it comes to like I'm more at a point now where it's like I don't care much if I'm liked or disliked because I know where I'm operating from. But if I don't operate from that and somebody says, oh, I don't feel, I'm okay with saying, you know what, yeah, I wasn't operating from where I normally operate from, and that's what I love about the truth. Like, people will see it as well when they're used to you being in that, and it's like, oh, are you actually being truthful with yourself? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. So I'm in the process of still learning what that is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Still in the process of learning it, and like, so that's why I know I'm at a different headspace than I was 5 years ago. Like I say, I wasn't listening to that self, that inner self.
You weren't feeding that voice.
I wasn't feeding that. I was feeding other voices. People call it the ego and stuff like this. I was like, but again, I accept that as well because I had to experience that part of my life to learn. And the ego's gonna be there till the day we die, kind of thing. And it's like, but how much do I want to feed that? Like, sometimes, like I say, we don't have to suffer that much anymore. Like, you've already done all that now. It's like maybe you call it something else. Like, I'm challenging myself now.
Yeah.
To feel that teacher, which we call pain.
And this eager to change that much because you want to get closer to who you are.
Yes.
Did you feel that you needed to move from a place to another place to explore that in a better way, or you felt like you could have done it over there?
That's interesting. So I don't feel like I'm running away. That was a cool. I had to check myself before I came here. I was like, do I feel like I'm running away from those situations? It's like, no, because I found that state in my car. Do you know what I'm saying?
When
So
you told me you were living there.
yeah, only 2 days, and then I was on the sofas at my auntie's house and then my friend's house. Then eventually I went back to my mum's, and that was all a different story. But
That was an adventure.
Hmm?
It was an adventure.
It was an adventure.
It was a journey.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
realized what was happening. But it's so cool because like sometimes you realize when something happens 4, 5, 6 weeks or years after, it was like it was coming to me instantly. I was like, why is things just moving so fast? Why am I able to? That was through meditation and everything else like that. It's like so. Yeah, I felt like I wanted to. I don't know if I said this before. It's like I wanted to go and experience myself somewhere else, and Bali was calling. It's like we call it Mother Bali. It was like, come here, bring your worries to me, and I'll help you find self a bit more. And don't have to plan, just trust.
Yeah.
Just trust, and that's what I did. And look at my friends here as well with his kids, and it was just like it all just worked out. He didn't plan. He had his missus who was the planner, and we were just like, okay.
Yeah.
Trust
Yeah.
that unity.
Yeah.
Trust when she's in her divinity, the feminine energy. She's like, he just trusted her. I trusted this guidance. So, yeah.
So it was literally calling you.
He was literally calling me,
Okay.
and I don't know why,
Okay.
but I had a feeling that I'm gonna learn something.
So, yeah, how do you, juggle with this? How do you, because you are following your spiritual path, but at the same time, you need to sustain yourself. And how did you start to, figure out and started saying to yourself, like, I need to do this, and then so I can get to that stage? Yeah, because it's about inspiring also.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
that we spoke earlier about me.
Yeah.
I had £20 in the bank.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I did. At one
Fucking
point, I had
amazing.
£20 in the bank, and I still felt rich because everything was paid. The car was paid for. I mean, and luckily I worked on fasting protocols, so I didn't need food. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a mindset of.
Can we talk about discipline? Was it a kind of discipline you were following to get yourself to reach that level of finance?
No.
Did you have to be organized and
No. No.
That's good because I want people to know that.
Yeah.
You know,
So
sometimes you just
one thing I would love to work on is organization, but again, I'm like,
you are organized also in your way.
we can organize. Yeah, it depends on what ways. Like everyone's got their ways, and it's like people say, oh, like the ADHD mind is like that's a blessing. Like I've been able to learn skills very quick having this mindset, and like I say, it's how you perceive what's going on. Do you have to be the one who's organized, or can you reach out to somebody to help you?
Maybe you sit. Okay, good. Okay, guys, we're back again. The camera got hot. That's we are doing with the minimum we have. We are just amateurs here, beginners, and trying to create something interesting for you to learn and for us also to learn things about ourselves. So Alaki.
Yeah.
Again.
Organized. Also, it's like you asked me if I was organized and did I need to be organized, and I was like, I don't feel like I was. The organization was with the decision.
Yeah.
And then things followed, like obviously when you decide. But you was gonna say something actually.
Yeah.
You go
I
to
want you to continue first.
Yeah, so for me it was a decision. And then obviously you have to do certain things like book the flight. You know what I mean? Like that's an organizer. Like I had a family member saying, "You not got a plan?"
Yeah.
It's like no, like, it's like but you have to have a plan. Like, why?
Yeah.
Because it's like you need to. Yeah, the plan was I knew where I was sleeping. That was it. I knew I'm going Bali.
Yeah.
That's the plan. The plan's to go Bali first, and then now, whatever comes from that is the other plan. And then, but again, I know plans are great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that.
You trust.
Yeah, but for me, I'm working more intuitively at the moment, and that's working for me. I won't say it's going to work for everybody. I'm not saying that at all. I still want to intellectualize certain things. It's like you have the adults and you have the child. Like, what is that, Daddy? It's like we're saying the same thing. It's like, okay, I am this, obviously this, and the child's asking and wants to know. He wants to intellectualize the knowing of being that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I'm learning certain things why I'm here now. But first I didn't know.
Yeah.
I just had to jump.
Yeah.
And I had to trust.
Yes.
That it's okay not knowing, young boy. Do you know what I mean? It's okay, just trust this. And now it's just, it's coming. So organization for me was the decision. I am going Bali. I'm in Bali. I'm in Bali. I'm organizing my words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say about organization is that for me, everyone has their own way of organizing themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, the chaos of something that looks chaotic for you can be a very ordered organization for someone else. So I think we all have different brains. Every brain is unique, just like our fingerprints, And if you find something messy, someone can find it very ordered and organized. You touched the topic of ADHD, and so when did you realize that you had that kind of brain that that can focus? Because we're talking about ADHD is this fucking crazy ability to focus on many different things at the same time, and it's not be able to have this thing of focusing only on one thing and going beyond. But it can be also a quality. It can be a very good thing, because most of the time ADHD is perceived as a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But where do you think is the line is between becoming bad because of it or becoming good because of it? You know what I mean?
And I'm not saying I've been diagnosed with it. I just I've felt it for a long time, and I remember one time it was just like, wow, this is frustrating because like, I should be doing this. I should be. It's like, should. You told me that.
Could.
Yeah, I could be doing it, but should. So I remember like I used to clean my room and I used to do handstands, and then I read a book, and then I'd be like writing, and I'm like, anything not to clean the room.
Yeah.
But I was doing other things in the moment, and maybe that was creating something without me knowing. Do you know what I mean? Because somebody said, oh, you need to do this. So for me, I've done like dance, MMA, followed with BJJ and everything else. You're watching that.
The camera.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
With BJJ and everything. So it gave me the ability to focus, but in bouts. Are you good? You sweet?
No, go
Yeah.
on.
In bouts. So like, I would do, for example, I danced for 10 months. But when I was dancing, I could do it 2 hours, 3 hours a day. So obviously that kind of sped up certain things for me. But then I was like, oh, no, let's play the guitar now.
Yeah. Wasn't it a way for you to focus?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought I was focused, and then I thought, oh, I'm not disciplined. But it's like, of course I am.
It is.
Yeah, but it's like, and then I'm like, oh, well, I could have just be disciplined a little bit more with this one. It's like, yeah, I could, but maybe I just had to do this in this time frame, and maybe when I'm 40, that's when
Yeah.
I have the main focus. But right now, it's research mode.
Yeah. So you are a little bit everywhere at the same time.
Yeah, everywhere, but also there.
Yeah, everywhere, which means also
Yeah, also there. So,
Yeah.
so for me, like I say, it can be a superpower.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't be like, oh, I've got this, and I don't even say I've got it. It's just like a part of my being is being able to really focus in
Yeah.
amounts of time, and
Yeah.
then being like, right, boom, and then now I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can integrate all these together into one thing and make something of it. I never knew that, but it frustrated me at the time that I couldn't do what I was meant to do. But now I'm like, oh, I was always meant to do it the way I did it. Yeah. So, yeah, with the organization, like I say, I was organizing my words. I was seeing my reflections in other people. I was like, oh, there's a subconscious thought. Kill it. Say straight to me, auntie. Nope, I don't live in your world. Because obviously how we're going to see certain things, we have to be conscious of the subconscious programming at times that, oh, that's a thought of mine that's deep within me, and it's come to the surface for me to slay it. It's for me to change it. And what best way to come through the big boss, another human, telling me I can't do something, or making me think any differently, making me think different to what I already know.
Detached as well. And that's probably from my upbringing, from having no dad around. So it's a very part of my life where I'm in search for knowing myself more so that I can give more to my child, because I think sometimes when I'm there, like, I'm not, and I value presence. So when I feel like I'm not being super present, I feel like I'm doing a disservice. So the feeling is many. There's not just one. How's it feel? It feels like a roller coaster. So yeah, there's no definite answer for that. There's just it's a roller coaster of emotions, and especially when I didn't have a child when I was so-called ready. I mean, but again, I must have been ready for something.
Yeah, I think
Ready to learn.
we are ready without even knowing it.
That's what I'm saying. Timing. So, would I change it? Knowing what I know now, maybe, because I would have worked on self a lot more before I had children. But again, they know their path in life as well. They came here knowing, oh, dad's going through this, so he's got to do what he's got to do. So yeah, very nice question. I can't give you a definite. A marathon without any practice whatsoever, and there was loads of hills, and then I injured myself. My knees, I couldn't walk for like 5 to 6 months. So then I was like, who am I? Regardless of all this, what people externally say, oh, this is amazing, this is great. It's like, who am I? I'm not just this. I'm like, why am I doing all these things? Who am I doing it for? What's enough? Like, and then I said, what's the truth? Like, what's the truth and who am I? Things just started happening. I got introduced to things like I was getting shown Krishna, then Christianity, and then Islam. So I was on search for like what's the truth, and Islam was making sense to me. I was watching debates, and logically it made sense. So I ended up going down that route. I took have you ever had DMT? Took dimethyltryptamine. That expanded my mind and I would say amplified myself. Like the things when I was younger, thinking, oh, I'm weird and all this stuff. Like I used to watch films and be, it's real. It's showing us something like where people call it conspiracy, but for me, I just felt something innate in me that was real, that I could see. So it helped me again not think I was weird, because like these things felt more real than this me and you right now. The energy was amplified. Anyway, it got me into Islam. I remember one day I was meditating and it was like, read the Quran. Read the Quran. I was like, nah. Like, no. Anyway, I ended up learning about this stuff and I did my Shahada. I took my Shahada. But I got guided to Sufism. And everyone was like, oh bro, just pray and don't, it's 75 or 74 different sects, like just keep this simple. And I'd ask loads of people like, what do you think of this? And like, oh no, just ask this sheikh. And I was like, oh, okay.
Sufism is very interesting.
For me, it was very interesting. It was so-called humbling as well, because again, you go for a sheikh and it taught me a lot about God, but within. Because everyone's praying external.
Coach it in a very smart way, man.
Yeah, it wasn't me, bro. It was whatever.
It was inside.
Yeah.
You were guided.
I was guided and I trusted it. And even though everyone was saying to me, like, I could see the limits that they had of even saying what they want to say because of the fear of disrespecting Allah. And I get it. But for me, it was like, I'm here for the truth, not just a belief. And so anyway, I read the Quran within like 3 months and I was praying 5 times a day. I didn't touch a woman for like 7-8 months. I shake a hand. I had misses at a time, and I didn't even hug a sister. I went in, didn't listen to music for like 8 months, and I love music. I stopped dancing. I detached from the dunya. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was. It's good to go extreme sometimes. Because then I think it makes you understand your capacities, how far you can go in the extreme. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like I lost myself, but in that moment, I was just reconnecting with myself. Like I said on the Instagram, I was like, sometimes you have to disconnect from certain parts of self to reconnect.
Yeah.
And it's like, I lost my mind. It's like, no, I found it.
Yeah.
Or you let it go and let God take over whatever it is.
You know, you said you lost yourself. There is this French philosopher, Voltaire, who says that if you do not get lost, you never get found.
There you go then. I've never heard that.
Without getting lost, you never actually find yourself. So you need to get lost to find yourself. So you were on the path of finding yourself.
Yeah, still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it's beautiful. It's I'm filled with a lot more acceptance now.
Yeah.
So I went into that, and yeah, I stopped drinking. I didn't drink really anyway, but I just decided like, I'm not gonna eat pork. I was going to the masjid in the morning for Fajr, and people were saying, do you know like specialists? And I didn't see any. I think this is what everyone does. And I was fasting on a Monday and a Thursday when I learned about it, and everyone was telling me like, oh, but like Muhammad is this guy. And I was like, yeah, of course, but like, why can't we be like? Who says? Isn't that what God's saying to us? Like, be who we are. But we're like saying, oh no, we can never be like. We were probably never meant to be like that. We was meant to be like us, who we are. So, yeah, this is my
amazing.
Yeah, and I just seen there's so many limits again, and I get it. Like, I get it. We're here for that. Yes, here we go. Beautiful. You want to hear us? It's in conversation with us. People would sometimes say to me, I've never heard it said that way, or it's because I've not been in the books. I just went through what God's given us. Do you know what I mean? That the mind and the intuitive feeling of I don't want to leave you, man.
No, don't bite me. Oh.
Yeah, it's like don't want to detach from you.
Yeah.
It's like, I love you, man.
Experience.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was set. It's still going. It feels the direction automatically. No matter where you put it, it doesn't get lost.
Doesn't get lost.
Yeah, it doesn't get lost. It knows exactly where the directions are. So
Yeah.
it was keeping going up and up.
Just feels the energy, man.
Yeah. I didn't hurt you. You can go. Come on. Did I hurt you? No. Yeah, I didn't hurt you. No, seriously.
It's playing the victim now.
Yeah. No, I didn't hurt you. It's killing itself. Go ahead.
So yeah, and I was in Islam for like 11 to 12 months. I feel like I say I started feeling a connection, but it was within self. Like I don't know, things changed. Like actually the nikah and everything. Like
Yeah.
But it was funny because obviously my family was against kind of religion and all this. And I was like, I'm not even gonna lie, I was like, I don't feel like I get into it again now. But at the same time, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I really did because it opened my eyes. I say Islam made me really feel like there's a God.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a circle here
It is.
directing me to Islam.
Yes.
In this big circle, there's
Yeah.
like 700 black
Yeah.
circles that I needed to go down. But for now, 17 was enough.
Yeah.
And then because I wanted to expand into different things and learn about chi and learn about all these other, it's like I felt like I couldn't. Felt like I couldn't because that wasn't allowed or anything. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't allowed. So anyway, with the awakening or the awakenings, it all started from me not feeling love. Yeah, Gecko's getting involved now as well.
There's a lot of kind of
Me not feeling loved and knowing that okay, this is a big thing of me. I went through insecurity with my ex-girlfriend. She was away and stuff, and obviously I was injured. I really needed her, and I was like, who is this guy? Like this insecure.
Yeah.
So I'm not knowing him,
Yeah.
but it was deep. It must have been deep.
Yeah.
It came from kids, like when I had to fight and had to be somebody, and really I just wanted to be that inner child and express myself. And
Yeah.
so the love around me, I had it, but I didn't feel it. So that was the quest to find love within.
Yeah.
I obviously went externally, but still it was internal thing because I asked it, what's the truth and who am I? And yeah, sometimes I also no, I don't always say that back. My friend was saying, ask the internal God, and sometimes the internal God will come in external ways, but it's still the internal God because it's always in, as within, so without. And I was like, wow, okay, so this is why when people say, oh, God's not a person, it's like, no, God's everything. So technically, I can go, God's in this, but still, I have to feel it within to really know it's there. So yeah, I accumulated a love for myself through, I would say Islam was a big part because it taught me about the unseen world, especially Sufism. That was really cool, like about space and about like there's no space, there's things in between.
Yeah. Man, you did. Not everyone does this.
Yeah, and what I found as well, because obviously when I came out of Islam,
Yeah.
I was a bit fearful.
Mm.
I was like, oh, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember it vividly, and my friend said to me, he's like, oh,
I don't think it came out.
no, I've
You
never came because
integrated it.
Yes.
And then now you're expanding more.
boom, there we go then. Because that's what I said to my mate. I went, what's a Muslim? A Muslim is devoting his will to God. Am I stopping doing that? Nope. I'm never stopping. So, but for obviously label way, it was just like, no, you're not a Muslim because you're not. I'm like, no, like I am. But I am also that, and I'm that, and I'm this. You can't do that. Whatever I get guided to, I am. And I wrote something the other day. I was like, there's no point me explaining who I am to you because you're always gonna have your own perception of me, and that's okay. All I can be is the person in the moment. I can't change your viewpoint by explaining more. The more I explain, the more I kind of try and defend who I am. So, yeah, so I'll cut this one short. It's like, I remembered a point and my friend said, okay, if Allah's one, who are you? Are you second? And I was like, shoo. he's here with we're connected. Like
Yeah.
he's like my intelligence, and I'm like his intuition. It's like the oneness.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're just obviously a part of him and part of it, and but like, who do we go back to? I was like, that oneness. He's like, so who are you? And I was like, and I wasn't defensive, like, you know, some people was like, oh no. I was like, no, I was like, you know what? Let me question this, because that's what God's given us our mind for, is to question.
When it comes to this kind of discussions, I believe that you have to shut down your ego.
Yeah.
It's very important, because if you leave your ego there, because it's good to have ego.
Yeah.
I believe ego can be healthy. It depends on us how you use it, and when we use it, and with whom we use it. So I think when it comes to certain ego, when you feel the person is being genuine toward you, and she's being completely deprived of her own ego, and she's just sharing with you the point of view, I think at that moment, if you leave your ego on the table, it's not fair. I think when you deal with someone like this, or when you deal with, even when you are alone and questioning yourself, you have to bring it down, shut it down, and tell your ego, okay, right now I don't need you. If you are healthy, you can be good, but for now I don't need you, because I want to question myself. I want to know. I want to know what I have been, the way I have been seeing life with the word myself is good or not. You know?
I want to know. I want to.
So that's what you did with this guy.
Yeah,
giving you this.
And it just watered something in me that I already thought anyway. Like, because I said, like, I just know, I have this feeling now when I meet people, they're just me. And when if I set an intention before the day, like clarity today was mine, clarity and love. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know now that's gonna come in a way it has to, and I trust that now. And it's like, so yeah, that was the awakening, or the start of this journey, especially with the DM. And I only had mushrooms. I had, people would call it a hero dose.
We go later.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done for now.
Yeah, but like
Hello everyone. Hello. So we had problems. We had some issues. The camera getting hot, the iPhone getting full. But yeah, I think we have recorded everything here in this place. Oh, I think we have got everything, and I hope you enjoyed the discussion that we had this morning, the one you saw earlier, and the one that we just had right now. Now we are going to have a chanting, voice healing session with him, and then we're gonna go to the beach, and we're gonna end it up with sunset. We're gonna finish it with a sunset on a beach, and talking about his childhood, where he comes from, and also Alaki is with us today, guys. He's a very interesting guy. A lot of things to learn from that guy. And you have something to say?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear the sounds.
Yeah, the sound. Yeah, he's gonna make. Yeah, we haven't heard it yet, so we're gonna discover it with you guys. And looking forward to show you that. And just making this video so it doesn't get confused for you guys. So everything is clear. It's transparent. We're speaking to you. Me and Hatem is my associate. We are going to do a lot of many stuff. Like this, yes, that's similar to this format, and I think it's much better. It makes it easier for us to, edit and all.
And more natural.
And more natural, exactly, more transparent. It's about transparency, and it's about you guys feeling very close with us, and completely going on a trip. Well, when you put one of our videos, you go on a trip. So it's been already 2 minutes that we have been talking to you. It's a little bit useless, most of it, but see you in the next session, and enjoy, guys. Enjoy it. Take it fully. Ciao. Peace. Bye.
JP.
Welcome close.
Philosophy far from regular.
So we just arrived to the beach, and yeah, we're gonna stand stand just here. So we're gonna go to the beach, and we're gonna offer you an amazing moment. It's gonna be a beautiful, fucking crazy moment, right?
Like all moments.
Like all moments. Over here.
Over here.
Over here in Bali. Like all moments over here in Bali. Cheers.
Yeah.
What's Ribu?
1,000.
As a camera, I don't care.
Okay, yeah.
Boss, I want to boss. Boss. Where you come from, boss?
Manchester.
Is that the GD?
England, yeah.
Oh, good. Wait.
This is one of the most famous beaches in Bali. It's called Padang Beach. It's in Uluwatu. It's South Bali. It's a beautiful place. Yeah, you come here to get tan, to swim. It's very calm. Perfect beach to swim. We're gonna have our session here, our last session with the sunset, crazy colors over here. Yeah. I'm speaking to my fucking camera guy. Don't fucking move. Okay? You are on me, stay on me. We can show later, okay? Opa! Don't fucking move. Stop moving. Yeah.
Rising sun. 3 little birds. 3 little birds.
I feel amazing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. It's a fucking gorgeous day. Like if you reach a level where your days are special and unique every day, it means you have reached it. So honestly, nothing to complain.
No complaints.
No complaints at all. No complaints. How are you feeling?
Very feel. I said to him
Yeah.
before, I feel very feel. Have you ever seen
Yes.
what's it called? Usyk, the fighter,
No.
the boxer. He goes, I feel good, very feel. It's
Really?
from Ukraine. He goes, how you feel?
Alright.
He goes, I feel good, very, very feel.
Very
Now,
feel.
I said to him, I feel
Very feel.
right now in this moment, I feel very free. There's no thoughts. Just
You are in a meditative state actually. Huh? Yeah. You are praying. Yeah. Yeah.
very, very real.
It's very, very real. Very, very real. Oh, what's up?
Hello.
Hello. So, we're waiting for the camera to cool down. We have been shooting around here on the beach. It was amazing. So we're waiting for the camera to cool down. Then we're gonna start our session of chanting, voicing, and yeah, talking about his childhood. I'm looking forward to show you guys. We have the wave getting very close to the phone. I think that the phone is waterproof. Yeah, the phone is waterproof, so I don't think there's a problem. Yeah, the drinks are here, motherfucking. So I'm having a lime juice. So I almost sit on the camera. So I'm having a lime juice. He's having a pineapple juice, and yeah, hope guys you're enjoying this. We're having an amazing time. So yeah, I really hope that you guys also have an amazing time. It's a beautiful place here, beautiful girls, everything beautiful. So yeah, cheers. See you. He's good. Okay, guys, we are at the last moment of the day, the last session. We hope that you enjoyed it, that you had fun as much as we had fun, and yeah, this is the last session. We're gonna have a beautiful talk. He's looking.
what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. How is it so far, brother?
The day of Bali. Today.
No, today. Today.
Just loved it, man. Just
Really?
Been an interesting one for me. Cause it's funny. I'm like being videoed
Yes.
all day.
Yeah.
It's
It's
interesting.
the first time.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
You have never had that
No,
before.
no. So it's like stay yourself.
Yeah.
It's like even when we was dancing before, that's what I would do. I do that all the time. So it's just maintaining that
Rhythm.
rhythm with self when there's a camera there, and not being nervous or anything. Do you know what I mean? Just still be self,
Yeah.
regardless. And it's cool. It's giving me ideas, and yeah, I've liked it. And I've just enjoyed the conversations, just the moments,
Thank you so much.
even like I said, off camera, and the moments that we've had off camera, like even
Yeah.
speaking to that woman today, and
Yeah.
it's just been like, yeah, it's just this just happens every day. This is life.
This is life. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like just for the camera. Like this
No,
is.
no.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. This
we would
is
have had the same day.
same day.
Yeah, we would have had the same day. We just documented it.
Yeah.
I think people saw our normal day, but documented.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's cool.
yeah. We just choose to share it with you guys. Huh?
Yeah. That's why I think it's so cool, man.
Tell me, how was it when you were a child? How did you see yourself? Like, how did you imagine yourself?
Yeah. From what I remember, because I think I was raised a lot, I could go back there, but
Yeah.
I'll go from the age of like 9. Should we go from the age of 9? My family's cool. Like we grew up in a council estate. I grew up with like 4 of my aunties, 1 uncle. 4 of my 3 and 1 uncle. And my mum had me very young. I said let's go from 9 and I've gone straight from my mum. My mum had me young. She had me at 15. So you can see how my aunties are like my sisters.
Okay.
So yeah, that was interesting. We all grew up in like I think it was a 3-bedroomed, and there was 6 of us or something like that. And that was cool. And then, like, I always find this a challenge where to start with these ones. But let's start with like how where I'm at today. So, story as a bigger kid, I had I was 9 stone. If I don't know what that is in kg right now off the top of my head, but I was 9 and 9 stone. So I had this maybe this insecurity. I ate a lot of food. There's no other thing. I ate a lot of food, and then I was chilling with certain people as well. Like, where if I stayed hanging around with them, I don't know where I would have ended up. But luckily, my mum took me out of that place, and I started playing football at age like 11. Still a bigger kid. Nobody really. The A team didn't really want me. Anyway, I got better at football, and that was like the start of something for me, like fitness. Yeah. And yeah, I started having more of a purpose. I got good. Started playing professional, like at the age of 12. Well, professional youth team at the age of like 12 for Burnley Football Club. Started getting more attention, you know, of people, not just football teams, women, people who wanted to fight with me. Wow. Like this sort of attention, yeah. Yeah, and I say this is a question for me where I don't know where to start. I need to work on this one. But what I can remember of is like I was a good kid. You know what I mean? In primary school, we call it, like from like you finish school at like, I think it's 10.
Yeah.
In secondary school, something happened.
Okay.
People was coming, are you the cock of the school? And
Yeah.
I was like, all year. I was like, I don't know, yeah. Like, so I had to step into this role of this tough kid.
Yeah.
I was getting acne and stuff, so I
Yeah.
used to put my hood up and stuff. And teachers like, put your hood down. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I just started changing. And really, all I wanted to do is probably dance and play football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't want to fight, but I ended up becoming this character. Again, still have the insecurity of being big. And that stayed with me for like 10 years, I think. Yeah. But anyway, fast forward, let's say halfway through high school, I noticed I had this aggression about me. if you looked at me for longer than like 3-4 seconds, I was like, what are you looking at? I mean, like now you can look at me as long as you want, do you know what I mean? But then it was, what are you looking at? Like,
You were full of anger.
yeah, and I didn't know where that came from. So what I ended up doing is I transmuted that energy into like calisthenics, like, you know, handstands and stuff like that, and I could focus, and it just kind of changed me in a way. And football changed me as well, like having discipline. It changed me.
Yeah, waking up early, training.
Waking up early, training.
Sleeping early.
Yeah, wanting to be something.
Yeah, or someone.
Or someone.
Yeah.
And being good at it. But I realised again, that was just a part of the journey. It was a part of the journey to self-discovery, and obviously, like I said before, we're still on that path, but that taught me a lot, football. And it brought out a lot of me as well, like aggression, what people would call it, rebelliousness, so being a rebel. I was off school at one point for 9 months for fighting. So yeah, I want to work on this, where to start with this and where to go and create a story of it. But right now it's a bit discombobulated. There's a lot went on. But if we have another question, maybe I can transmute the question into something that stays a bit more linear. Do you know what I mean? Because I can go from 15 to 9 to back to this.
Yeah.
All I remember is like with your storytelling, it'd be great to learn from that and how to tell my story. Do you know what I mean? It'd be great to have like some structure and what's important to say, and do you know, in terms of business, so we can relate, because there's a lot of things here, like I say, the aggression, not knowing myself, feeling lost, being the only black kid in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like who else was there? Nah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
there's another girl called Kiani. She was, but everyone else was really like, yeah. If we did something together, see a black boy running, it's Carlton, and I was not. I mean, I wasn't. My mum, I was scared of my mum.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
even though she never hit me, she was scary.
Yeah.
And I
She was
respect.
intimidating.
Yeah, of course. She was in a masculine so much.
Yeah.
She was my mum and my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had to.
Yeah, I was like, Mum, who's my dad? And she's like, I am.
Yeah.
I remember that. Probably about 5.
Really?
Yeah, because I wanted to know who my dad was, didn't I? I wanted to know who I'm a part of, not just. Luckily, I had my granddad there.
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up, like I say, I was an aggressive kid, but it wasn't like an aggression where I was like a bully or anything. I just had this thing in me, not knowing what it was.
Yeah.
Then I played football for like Burnley Football Club. I went to City, Liverpool's and stuff like that, but then I started for Burnley. Went to Oldham Athletic after I got released from Burnley, and then I went to Sweden to play football. That was
Sweden?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
That was cool. But then, like I said, I was just figuring myself out. I fell out of love with football, became a personal trainer. I loved the aspect of growing and, do you know what I mean, like giving this to people. Like, it changed my life, and I wanted to give it to other people.
Yeah. Because it affected you such a good way.
It helps me so much, man.
Yeah,
it helps me
a lot.
But then obviously I accumulated the orthorexia, where I used to eat half a digestive and throw the other half in the bin, and because I wanted to be an athlete.
Yeah.
So I had to eat
very
well to be an athlete, but again that affects people say mental health and all this stuff. And
Okay.
I looked in the mirror. I used to look in the mirror, like eat some bread or something. I'm like, oh, I've gone fat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I seen that, and I wanted to bring that to people, saying it's okay. You can
Would you
eat.
say that it was a kind of obsession?
Yeah.
Oh, you were obsessed.
Yeah. It was like I had to eat everything with protein in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I had to stop eating carbs in a way, and that was all because of the image, the societal image.
That was imposed on you.
Yeah, imposing those all, man. Yeah.
So you have tendencies to be an obsessive.
Tendency to be an obsessive, yes, and that's why I'm in detached mode.
Okay. What would you say your obsession right now? What is your obsession right now?
Knowing self.
Oh, you want to know yourself.
Yeah, knowing myself, like, can call it an obsession, because, like I say, it could be addictions of
learning, like when we're having conversations. But I'm super aware to kind of when to just chill now as well. Like let somebody speak and let them express themselves, even if I don't really like it much. So I wouldn't call it an obsession. I don't know what I'm obsessed with now. Maybe learning. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not, again, like I'm not in books. Like I need to learn constantly. Like, there we go. I'm still obsessed with learning because I learn through people. But again, I could have been, I used to be like porn. Not obsessed though, addicted in a way, and that messed my head up. I was addicted to the feeling that porn gave me, and it was like, then I was addicted to the negative feeling of not feeling worthy enough and all this stuff. And then training, I used to train 6 hours a day, eat very little, peanut butter. I used to eat a full in like 3-4 days.
Wow.
But again, like, I don't feel like I have much of. Somebody probably would say to me, I would say procrastination, but it's like,
Yeah.
I've took action on things.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one, that. Like, I'm thinking about what I'm obsessed with now. What would you say you're obsessed with?
Me.
Yeah.
Me, I'm obsessed on knowing thyself.
Yeah.
Also. In a very natural way. I want to have a very objective approach toward it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that my obsession is more focused about objectivity, to, detach myself from who I am as a person and become a human. Because for me, you have a person and you have a human. We are a human and then we become a person. Yeah, and then you can be a human without being a person, I think. I mean, that's also another topic.
But I'm interested in that one. Obviously.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you tell me that, I'm like, let me go deeper.
Yeah.
I like depth.
Yeah.
I say, how deep is the ocean? We don't know. So
Yeah.
we're like that. So why can't we go sometimes it's all right. Like, you don't have to go that much, and depending on the energy of the place and the time, whatever, like having that awareness. But for me, it's like, I love people's ideas, and when they're not mainstream, it comes out like this now, human and person. I'm like, oh, I want to know more about that. Straight, even though we're on this, is like, regardless of that, like,
exactly. It has nothing to do.
But again, like, there's a theme of this. But for me, like, that's what I'm saying. I want to go more. Sometimes that's a bit much for people.
Yeah. Don't you have an obsession toward making certain skills that you already have better? I don't know. For example, as a musician, don't you have a certain obsession of playing an instrument better than the way you play it right now? Or...
Okay, so when I get into something, let's say when I did dance for like 10, 11 months, I would train 2 to 3 hours a day.
Okay.
And then I would hurt my knees or something because the repetitiveness, because it's a quick little bounce.
Yeah.
You don't really know how much that's impacting you when you've not done it for all your life.
Yeah.
So then I can get kind of myself into a pickle.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why am I knee sore? It's like, because you've just been you've been training for 3 hours. And then with the guitar, my knuckles got sore because, again, playing for 2-3 hours straight. Yeah. So I can be up when I like something, like when I think something's like beneficial to me, I can be obsessed.
Yeah.
But right now, like I say, the obsession is knowing myself more.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I think this is a beautiful obsession.
Yeah.
And not being okay with not always going deep in just some situations, but I know there's depth to everything. But just knowing like I know there's depth to that, but let's just keep it there. So it's a very cool question, but I know I can be obsessed. Like, I know probably when I go into the business, like, I'm gonna focus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a focus, and it's gonna be something that's amazing and loving, because I'm not doing it for self. I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for self. Yeah. But there's a bigger.
It's bigger than you.
Yeah. So good question, man. Like.
Okay, how do you conclude this?
How do I conclude this?
How long we still have?
2 minutes.
Okay, close it.
A message.
Okay, So how do you conclude this? How do you?
I would conclude it by just
Beautiful.
giving people a bit of words of whatever comes out of us in the
Is the
moment.
light good? Okay, good.
Like, for example, what would we tell people who are so-called struggling or feeling stuck or feeling lost?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right, man. Thank you.
Throw him on you.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Something like, what
Yeah.
would you tell?
Mm.
I mean, people say younger self, but it's like, what would you tell
No.
people right now?
Yeah. I mean, you tell them.
Oh,
They're watching.
they're watching now.
Yeah.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, I say I always have a message is the world needs you to be you. And the more you are you, the more it feel. One sec. Do you wanna,
Yeah.
they just being them. They don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still good. We're still good.
Yeah, I'm in them.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Let's go again.
Yeah.
Let's wait.
So that's okay. We're
Is
gonna
that
keep
okay?
it. We're not gonna cut it.
Yeah, so the world needs you to be you. And it feels amazing to be you when you are in your truth. You've done it so many times. It's just now do it without judgment. Do it without judgment. Be courageous enough to be yourself and watch the rewards come in. And they'll start coming in instantly. First, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable because, again, the truth can feel that way. But the more you practice it, the more you'll be used to it. So yeah, just like a tree in the winter, it doesn't go, oh, I need to hold on to this leaf. It lets the leaf go because it knows that's the cycle of life. Certain aspects of you, in order to step into your truth, you'll have to let it go. You have to let go of the masks, disconnect to reconnect, disconnect from the lies that you told yourself to reconnect to your truth, just like the tree. And again, when you are in that truth, you're going to influence the whole world. You're going to influence me, and that's why I do what I do. Is I just say I express myself so that you can express yourself, and I do this as well so that you can be guided by what's that?
The light.
You can be guided by yourself. So I guide people to themselves. That's it. That's all I do by being me.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I guide people to themselves by being me.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you
you,
so
brother.
much. It was an amazing day, and thank you for giving that beautiful message. It's a lovely
Whatever
one.
came
It's
from
a-
it, it
Yeah,
comes from
it's
it.
a
Yeah.
lovely one. I hope you guys heard him, because it's a very, very rich and important message he just gave. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying with us. Hope you really had fun. And see you with another episode, with another guest, with someone as interesting as Alaki. Alaki, again, thank you so much. It was an amazing, it was a great, great honor
Yeah,
to
man, for you,
spend
bro.
that time with you, that beautiful day. And bye-bye. Cheers.
The Kim. The Kim.
Dim sejena lankaina swakibalem siente jankaisi lankaveya doyunkeya siente dim se yakawe lanka sidi yengawe vyawe sukimdi yalem sujina weka imisidim
Lanka sejanera kusudurim, kenda senja lanka surum diisim, linda yamayim. Shanti sinkaro timbi sandi lim tokai sandi, lanko winsin darun kamu sije namayi. Denka sajadim, sindeki sagwawa timba sanja kimba sajarim. Desidin kawim, sindi de akasadim de asajalim misidirim. Sajana gikada with sandala bum sirim. Yankee si dawe tankali sanjano kirim sindi wenkayen sada. Jalim sindi kwalo sajana kosa. Di mi seda ya kali sandama di sajana ya. Suduku subim dera sanka jena kasaya. Lamfifiti waki sunde bakinda sajanda ya. Dim sindi maya sadala masaya. Sanda yeah. Sandi misanka win sinji di kim misanda lanka who said the yanka me wando kim misindi yanka lesidim yandi la we sajana kese zawe toko yese. Feel it in your bones, feel it in your soul. Dem se jena lanki si digem da. Dem se jena lanki si diena we si di bitunkana santin le kostada kawe tanje solaya lanka risim tim kawe sandi dorana sanjali sindi kim salim da yesu hindi yang kema sedayim. Yes, I didn't America. Senjanim sekandala saja. Express your soul right now. Ooh. Express your soul right now. Ooh. Ooh. Express your soul right now.